All right, guys. Episode 18. I like this subject. It's NWO tied with, I guess maybe, what is it? Not so much revelations, but damn it, what do they call that, man? Having a brain freeze,
How do you have a brain freeze? It's 100 degrees out here.
dude. I'm having one, man.
Yeah, so this is NWO, so it's not the wrestling. Remember when wrestling was a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, NWO, it was a Hulk Hogan.
Who was that, man? Was it Goldust?
It was
I don't remember.
Goldust and Macho Man. Yeah, brother.
The cream rises to the top.
Oh, was it the guy with the microphone? Remember him?
Which one?
That was always with was it Macho Man? The little skinny guy with the long hair with the megaphone.
No, that was Macho Man.
That was Macho Man.
No,
I could swear it was Macho Man. Anyways, any of y'all that remember the old wrestling time, that was the shit, dude.
That was when wrestling was real.
Yeah, it was always been real. What are you talking about? I saw blood. Anyways,
It's a conspiracy.
yeah, it's conspiracy. These guys are always talking shit. So, but no, NWO, dude. There's a lot of talk about this
On social media.
on social media.
Yep.
You know, and that's not necessarily, you sit there and talk to somebody on the local grocery store about it, but I'm just saying on social media there's a lot of talk about it, and it's crazy. It's real crazy, But I wanna start off by saying, you and I read a book, and that book was called "The Killing of Uncle Sam." It was written. Let me see here.
Great book, by the way.
Yeah.
Damn, it was a great book.
It was written by. Hold on, let's go to my library.
Right there. Go back. Right there.
It was written by Rodney. What? Oh, damn it. It was written by Rodney Howard Brown with the E on the end. Fucking boomers. Paul L. Williams. Okay.
Yep.
So this is a really good book. It's on pretty much, and we're not advertising. This is just something that we both read, and it has a lot of information.
Man,
it would blow your mind on what
that should be a history book itself.
Dude, yeah,
That's what they should teach in school.
yeah, and the cool thing about that, it was not one way or
No.
the other. It was right down the middle, right down to the nut cutting is what they call it.
And he had his proof.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is like anything he made or mentioned, and I'm pretty sure it's on the audio file too.
Yeah.
There's footnotes.
Yep.
And it has all his references of where you can go, and it's not Google shit.
Nope.
It's not just kind of like a bland. Oh, this is where I found it.
No.
It's sources that you can look up, and it's going to take you further.
Yep.
And let you dig further into things. So that's what's cool about it. So those of y'all, if y'all ever get a chance, it's an iBooks, whatever, Kindle Fire, whatever y'all, if y'all read, or if y'all want to listen to it, it's a real good book. It's on the audio file, and you can read it.
Be warned, though.
Yeah, it
Once
will
you
hurt
start
your. It will. Yeah.
Once you start it, you're either gonna say fuck this book, or you're gonna say give me more.
Yeah, because I know we've always, or even now, we still have that. Like, man, have you found another book good to
No.
Uncle Sam? And you're like, nah, bro.
It's not a good follow up
Yeah,
to it, man.
so it's a good book, but you got be warned. Be warned. It is not what you think.
No.
It will change your perspective because it changed my perspective on
yeah.
a lot of things. And I'd have to go back and think like, man, I heard that, and then I'll go look like, fuck, it's right there.
Yep.
So, just as a forewarn, it will open your eyes basically.
Do yourself a favor. If you start it,
Finish.
doesn't matter how mad you get
Finish
or whatever you think, finish it.
You got to finish it.
Because by the time you finish that book, you're gonna want to start a podcast.
I guarantee. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
So naturally, let's go back into this in the NWO,
Yeah.
so to speak, and it's not the wrestling one. So what do you think about that?
A lot of people on social media say that they think it's coming. Me, I think it's been here, dude.
Yeah.
I think we I know I've seen some clips of Bush Sr. talking about it, I guess in the 90s, I want to say maybe.
Yeah.
Saying, they're going to usher in a new world order, blah, blah, blah. If you haven't learned yet that these people don't ask for your opinion, or don't want your opinion, better yet, they're telling you.
Oh yeah.
They're not asking. They're telling you.
Well, I think that was one with Reagan too.
Yeah?
Reagan, and it was Bush Senior, I think.
Yeah, it was
He
Bush
said-
Sr.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man. So naturally, this can be played both ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have the conspiracy side,
Yep.
which is a growing trend right now.
We got to come up with a better name, dude, because that's really broad, man.
What?
Conspiracy.
Well,
I mean,
what else would it
that's
be?
what it is. That's what people call it.
That's what people call it.
But it's something else, bro. There's got to be another word. I mean, besides the truth, a lot of the times,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just so broad, bro. I mean, and when you talk to somebody, okay,
Free thinkers.
yeah, because when you talk to anybody about government or politics,
dude.
right away it's like, oh, you believe in that conspiracy? It's
Yeah,
like, no,
that's
dude,
true.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's not a conspiracy.
Yeah. So naturally, right?
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
like I said, there's two categories of this stuff. There's that side,
Mm-hmm.
and then what other people are thinking as far as the better structure of us as a species or a human or us as a world.
Yeah.
Basically. Mm-hmm. And there's been so much. See, there I go. There's been so much talk about how certain things are being played out as far as the economics, just everything, dude.
Yeah.
From
Laws, rights, everything.
from everything, and a lot of people have gone away, and they're tying it all together, and they're just saying, well, this is the new world order, and then they're ushering it in. I hate to say it, bud.
It's been here.
It's been here from the beginning of time.
And then this is what I think. This is what I think. People think they're going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to say, okay, it's here. We're doing it. No. If you go back and you look, our rights have been slowly chipped away at. And that's the smart way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to take a big slice.
No.
You want to take little bites, little chip at it. Before you know it, man, you've made progress.
Oh yeah.
And that's what they've done.
Yeah. And it takes any great plan takes years.
Yep.
Years, bro.
Yeah.
And they're doing it.
Yep.
It's here.
And like we spoke about it earlier, social media, the internet, dude, major tool for them.
Oh yeah.
Major
tool.
And that's when I see on especially on TikTok, bro. It seems like everybody seems to gravitate towards TikTok when they want to speak about this stuff. But just the other day you sent me one, where they were what do you call it? Kamala Harris was being sworn in, and her hand wasn't touching the Bible, but it was hovering above it, like really close.
No, it was on her clutch, like a purse, like
Right.
a wallet.
And then, that's what, dude, that was funny, bro, what you sent me. And people were saying, Revelations, things are starting to come to fruition, the Bible, that's cool,
Yeah.
But we talked about it a little bit, how much of the Bible is actually fact and how much of it is, I want to say, opinion.
Yeah. If you were, and this is what, we don't want you to think that we're not believers in God. We're not.
Oh, no, there's God. Yeah.
There is a higher power. But here's the thing. If I had a reporter or I had a guy documenting everything I did in one day and you were there and they wrote a story about what you did on that day, we did the same thing. So prime example, say we were on the same job and we do the same thing and we had a reporter there writing everything. At the end of the day, they would write my side and your side.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting at. That's what I think you were hinting at, right?
Yep.
So that's what, we don't want people to think that, oh, well, no, they're just discrediting the Bible. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that a lot of that has to do with trying to let people know this is what happened back in the day, and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of, now it's coming out that there's a lot of books that are not in the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of versions, yeah.
Yeah, different versions and stuff.
Yep.
Just like the dictionary.
Yep.
That's another one.
Yeah.
And they're changing definitions in the dictionary too, bro.
Emojis in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Now. There's words that, and then naturally, we evolve, we come up with new shit, so you have to add it in there.
Yeah, you got to.
You have to. So, why is the Bible any different?
Yeah, that's true. But that's just crazy. But as far as this New World Order stuff, man, and this is tying back to that book we talked about. It was something that was kind of like a grassroots type thing, and they talked about it and they said, if we're going to be a flourishing country, we got to have some kind of order. naturally, anything, man.
Yeah, anybody does, yeah.
Even if you start a business, you got to have some kind of, not necessarily bylaws, but you have to have some kind of structure to say, okay, this is how we're going to run the business, and this is how I want the business to be ran. So same thing with the country.
Yep.
Now, has there been a lot of corruption? Fuck yeah, there has. A lot of corruption, bro. You can't sit there and tell me nowadays that corruption isn't anywhere, because we see it everywhere, bro.
No, it is.
And we're not trying to beat on the fucking dead horse, but anybody with an open mind can see that there's a lot of things going on in this world that just make you scratch your head, like that old song. Things that make you say, But it's just crazy. And people are just, people are real quick to grab straws and say, this is what it is. It's coming. No, dude, it's been here, bro.
It's here, yeah.
It's been here. And is it for the better of us? Or is it better, we don't know.
No, we won't know for a long time.
We won't know. We may not see the true effects of all this till we're long gone, bro.
Yeah, in our lifetime, we may not see it. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy because, we're eventually going to be them old timers.
Yeah.
And like how we see it, we sit to talk to guys that are older than us. Oh yeah, we talked about that shit back when I was 20. So it's going to be one of those things to where it's going to take time. Like you said, it's going to take time for people to actually sit there and be like, man, dude, this has been happening for a while. Just like the world's going to end. Remember?
Oh, it's been ending.
When did the world end? Remember 2000? It was supposed to end?
Yeah, Y2K. Yeah, turn off your computers.
Turn off your computers, get all the water, whatever. But, but naturally, you look at a lot of stuff that's happening, like all these places, food shortages. They're trying to say, this is because of the New World Order, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there was a guy, I don't remember who said it, but let me look it up real quick. But he said, you want to control the people and get them to do what you want, control their food.
Yeah.
And it's true, man.
Well, it's a toss-up, man, I think.
But that's in anything.
I think it's a toss-up between the internet and food.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's people that can say they can live without food, but not the internet.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up. Shit. Okay. Henry Kissinger. It's right here. And it's right here. Who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents.
Yep.
Who controls the money can control the world. So naturally, nowadays you start looking on social media and stuff like this. This quote here fits into a lot of stuff that they're putting out.
Does. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Naturally, I mean, think about it. You look at the news right now, man. The food is a big thing. Fuel. What's fuel? Energy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And continents. That's like different areas. Look at the U.S., the Ukraine, Iraq, Afghanistan. Hell, even the Congo down there. They have an abundance of oil too down in South America.
Yep.
In Brazil. Because a lot of we work in the oil industry, so I remember our old employer. Remember how we would go back and look at different jobs, and it'd be places all over the world.
Oh yeah.
You had the Arctic Slope. You had Saudi Arabia. Hell, you went to Saudi.
Yep.
And messed around there and did some stuff. Algeria, Russia. It's just all over the world.
Yeah, it's in a yeah.
And then that's what I'm saying. So I think it's a controlled effort to try to maintain a certain value to what we got in the world.
Yep.
It's not necessarily all doom and gloom. Because honestly, man, if it was, we would have never flourished. Not just the U.S., but the world itself.
Yeah. There wouldn't have been any sort of advance in civilization.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
No.
So, when people talk about, and like I said, and I don't want to be tied, because like we said at the beginning of this, we don't want to be tied to that. Yeah. We're just talking about it in general. In general, if we didn't have stuff like this, or, people that have taken steps within these different categories that they talk about, we would have never evolved or advanced as a civilization, not only in our country, but any other country.
Yep.
Now, granted, there are other countries, like the ones that are rich in oil and natural resources, that are a little bit, that are in the poverty line, below poverty line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?